The minority caucus raised concerns over allegations that the versions of the tax laws gazetted by the federal government materially differed from those passed by the National Assembly and signed by President Bola Tinubu, warning that enforcing the laws under such circumstances would amount to a constitutional violation. The controversy was triggered 2 weeks ago when a People's Democratic Party lawmaker representing Tambuwal Federal Constituency of Sokoto State, Abdulsamad Dasuki, informed the House during plenary that the tax acts passed by lawmakers were not the same as the copies later gazetted by the federal government. According to Dasuki, the alleged alterations were made without parliamentary approval and, if left unchecked, would violate the 1999 Constitution as amended. Ogun State House of Assembly has passed the year 2026 appropriation bill of over 1 trillion naira presented to it by the state governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, barely 26 days ago. The Assembly also passed the year 2025 revised appropriation bill and thus after revised medium-term expenditure framework for the year 2026 to 2028. Correspondent Kolawole Osho covered the plenary. His reports are presented in the package.
The passage of the 2026 Appropriation Bill was consequent upon the presentation of the report of the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation by its chairman, Honorable Musefiu Lamidi, who thereafter moved the motion for its adoption, seconded by Honorable Folawewo Salami and supported by the whole House through a voice vote. During the plenary presided over by Speaker Oludaisi Elemide, while presenting the House Committee report on the bill, Honorable Lamidi said that the Assembly adjusted the budget proposal of 3 MDAs, part of which led to a slight upward review of the internet-generated revenue to the tune of 2.193 billion naira. The same figure was reduced from the capital receipt, retaining the total actual budget expenditure of 1.668 trillion earlier presented to the state lawmakers by the governor. The bill was later read and adopted clause by clause by the committee of the whole House, after which the motion for the third reading was moved by the majority leader Yusuf Sharif, seconded by the minority leader Lukman Adeleye, and supported by all the lawmakers through a unanimous voice vote. The clerk and head of legislative service, Mr. Shakiru Adebaki, thereafter took the third reading of the bill before the state lawmakers, while the Speaker later directed that the clean copy of the bill be transmitted to the State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for his assent.
I hereby order that the clean copy of the bill number 11-2025 year 2026 appropriation bill be sent to the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, for his assent.
In a related development, the Assembly had earlier passed the year 2025 Revised Appropriation Bill and that of the Revised Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, for year 2026 to 2028.
The Ogun State government has expressed profound condolences to the families, friends and associates of the victims of a tragic road accident involving world heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua, who narrowly escaped death on Monday. The fatal accident occurred along the busy Lagos-Ibadan expressway within the Mako axis of Ogun State and sadly claimed the lives of 2 persons. Anthony Joshua and 3 other individuals were reportedly traveling from Lagos to Shagamu at the time of the incident. Preliminary reports indicate that 2 male foreign nationals died on the spot. Their remains have since been deposited at Livewell Morgue in Shagamu. Anthony Joshua and the driver of the vehicle were promptly rescued by security personnel attached to his convoy and taken to a hospital where they are currently receiving medical attention. The sport utility vehicle conveying the occupants was said to have rammed into a stationary truck along the expressway, while the severely damaged vehicle has been evacuated to the Shagamu Motor Traffic Division MTD office. Efforts are ongoing to tow the truck involved to the same location to facilitate a comprehensive investigation. In the statement signed by the Special Advisor to the State Government on Information and Strategy, the Ogun State Government describes the incident as deeply unfortunate and painful, particularly with the loss of precious lives, while others sustained varying degrees of injuries and are receiving medical care. Motorists are therefore urged to exercise utmost caution and adhere strictly to traffic regulations, especially during the festive season when vehicular movement is typically heavy. Road safety officers and other security agencies are also enjoined to intensify surveillance and enforcement efforts across the state to ensure the safety of lives and property. In a related development, the governments of Ogun and Lagos states have confirmed that British-Nigerian two-time unified world heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua was involved in a road traffic accident along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. In a statement jointly signed by Kayode Akimade, Special Advisor to Ogun State Governor on Information, Kayode Akimade, and Commissioner for Information, Lagos State, Gbenga Omotosho, the vehicle conveying a team of 4 reportedly collided with a stationary truck, resulting into fatalities. Anthony Joshua and another passenger were immediately evacuated to a specialized medical facility in Lagos. Following comprehensive clinical assessment, doctors have confirmed that both patients are stable and do not require any emergency medical intervention at this time. A full medical team has been assembled and will continue to monitor them closely. Anthony Joshua is conscious and has been in communication with his family. The governments of Ogun and Lagos State are closely monitoring the situation and will ensure that the affected persons receive the best possible medical care. Investigations into the circumstances surrounding the incident have also commenced. The Ogun State government has made public its dedicated ambulance emergency line in case members of the public are in dire need of its services. The Ogun Ambulance Emergency Line is a toll-free number 112 or call 0811-2000-033. Alternatively, the residents of the state can call the Ogun Trace Commanders on 070-6694-2555 and Trace PRO on 080-627-03568 in case of vehicular accidents within Ogun State. In a bid to ensure the continued growth and development of the economy of Egbaland and enhance the well-being of its indigents, delegation of Egba Economic Summit Group, led by its president, Dr. Gbenga Adeoye, visited a former airport site at Wasimi Ewekoro local government area of Ogun State. The president of the group, Dr. Gbenga Adeoye, says the visit is to assess the present state of the site and to fashion out ways for possible interventions at reviving the project.
We want to assess the situation by ourselves before we can collectively, together with our leaders, our traditional rulers and elders from Egbaland, approach the Ministry of Aviation and the Minister of Aviation to know how best can we help, either through private partnership participation or by lobbying the government to ensure that this project do not become a white elephant project.
Dr. Adeoye further reiterates that if the Wasimi Airport project comes to fruition, it will help decongesting Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos State, and also contribute to the economic development of Ogun State.
He visited this place. This is what is called Wasimi Airport. And if you look on my right here, you can see the flaring of smoke from Ibeshe Cement, so which means we are on a hill suitable for a good airport, and it's a buffer for the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. So if there is a plane takeoff from Lagos and any crisis mid-air and you need to do an emergency landing, this is a good place for that. If aircraft is about to land in Lagos And then from here is about less than 10 minutes. They have issues. They can do emergency landing here.
He then calls on well-meaning Egba sons and daughters to join hands at achieving the goals of the group. No fewer than 1,400 people have benefited from various empowerment initiatives of the Save the Future Generation Foundation over the last 7 years, reflecting sustained efforts at grassroots development and poverty alleviation. The convener of the foundation, Ahmed Olaiwola Ojolowo Ojukwu, made this known during the 5th edition of the Empowerment Drive held at the Ado-Odota Local Government Secretariat. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi has a report.
Save the Future Generation Foundation is the brainchild of Ahmed Olaiwola Ojolowo Ojukwu, established with the aim of providing community support through structured empowerment programs. At the 5th edition of the initiative, held at Ado-Odota Local Government Secretariat, youth who had earlier undergone skill acquisition training organized by the foundation receive working tools to enhance productivity and self-reliance. Speaking at the event, the convener, Ahmed Olaiwola Ojolowo Ojukwu, says the empowerment drive is driven by passion, love for humanity, and a desire to make a meaningful impact in the lives of his people.
I decided to start this foundation to empower the youth in gaining access to fruitful jobs. And also, women try a lot for us in this community. So we've got to include the widows and also the less privileged.
APC chieftains present at the program commend the gesture, describing it as a valuable contribution to ongoing poverty alleviation and economic empowerment efforts under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu and Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun.
We have had the stage where we want to go to school and read to get many degrees. So Ahmed has done great by, giving training to all these people.
For those set of people, they are starting their new life again without any belief.
This is not the first time you'll be doing this kind of a thing. And for somebody who has not held any political office and is doing something marvelously like this, we have to give kudos to him.
His generation will benefit a lot from it. And you can see the number of people lined up for empowerment. They are all youth.
For somebody who is not part of government, is not taking anything from government, and is already doing this kind of magnitude of empowerment. When eventually he gets an office or is in a position in government, you can imagine what he's going to do.
Graduates and other beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the foundation, noting that its support will improve their livelihoods and inspire others to embrace skill acquisition and self-development.
It gives us so much courage. We that have nothing like we are praying to have, and it made it easy for us, for helping us with this kind of empowerment.
I appreciate him for his hard work, his kindness, because he has a good heart. Not everyone can do the things he's doing.
In addition, 63 widows and 81 youth also benefited from cash support provided by the foundation. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi, OGTV News.
In the spirit of the Youthard and ahead of the New Year celebrations, the Bayo Oshinowo Foundation stepped in to put smiles on the faces of the people of Ijebu-Ode. No fewer than 2,000 residents benefited from the financial support initiative organized to bring relief and spread festive cheer among the people. The outreach was held at St. Augustine Primary School, Ijebu-Ode.
The open field of St. Augustine Primary School in Ijebu-Ode came alive as the Bayo Oshinowo Foundation gathered residents for a special Christmas outreach aimed at supporting the less privileged. The initiative provided financial assistance to no fewer than 2,000 beneficiaries with special focus on the elderly, women, and other vulnerable members of the community, helping to cushion the impact of the festive season on households. Beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the organizers for timely intervention, describing the gesture as a source of hope and relief.
So I'm very happy. You know, we're going to share 30,000 away.
Speaking at the event, the convener explains that the program represents a legacy of love inspired by Quranic and Hadith principles designed to honor the enduring spirit of the late Senator Bayo Oshinowo by uplifting lives and putting smiles on faces.
The motive of this foundation is putting smile, trying to implement the legacies of the late Senator Zikirullah Adebayo Oshinowo in memory, to make it live like we're still living. He loves to make people happy. He loves to give. He loves to make people happy, make them comfortable, make them successful. He's a man that is not just aspiring for himself alone, but the entire people around him and his community, all his constituents. He wants them better. He wants them successful. He wants them inspiring others. So after his death, the children and the entire and the wife thought of there is nothing we can do than to continue the legacy of their father, just like what he used to do. Every festive period, as he's doing in Lagos State, he's also doing in Ogun State, Ijebu-Ode precisely.
We are having it in Ijebu-Ode to appreciate the people of Ijebu-Ode. Senator Zikirullah Adebayo Oshinowo is from Ijebu-Ode, yes, and he used to do so much of this when he was alive. The foundation is a memorial foundation in honor of Senator Zikirullah Adebayo Oshinowo, and we do it this end of the year, every year, to still appreciate the people of Ijebu-Ode. They've missed him. They've missed the good work he does when he's around, when he's alive. So we are trying to carry on with the legacy he left.
Adebayo Sikiru Oshinowo, popularly known as Pepe, was a renowned Nigerian businessman and politician. He served as a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly and until his death represented Lagos East Senatorial District in the 9th National Assembly.
And just before we leave, in the words of Maria Robinson, says, nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. And that ends news at 2. Many thanks for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead.